Vincent Biffle here is a client of ours who runs an online fitness coaching business. So let's just start off by having you dive a bit more into what you do exactly and how your business model works and how it's structured.
So I do online personal training and I do in-person personal training, more so in person. And just creating content and just pretty much just helping people that reach out to me and designing programs and just creating workouts for people online and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all I really do.
Amazing. So, what problems were you facing prior to working with us in the team at Growthology Agency, and how have things changed since you've started working with us a few months back?
I say the biggest problems I had was before I started working with you guys, I didn't even really start entrepreneurship. So I had like literally just started it and I knew it was a grind, I knew it was a hustle. So um and I knew that, online social media was, the way for sure to do personal training now and online coaching. So my biggest problem was definitely marketing. Creating content with only like 2,000 followers is probably like the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I reached out. I seen one of his ads or something like that. So I reached out, hopped on the call, did that. Was very, thought everything that he said was pretty good and will help me a lot. So I went from making, I think when we spoke, Renzo, I was telling you I only made like 500 that month.
I
I
think
had just started,
for online and 500 in person, right?
yeah, something like that. So yeah, like I had just started, and I was catching clients, but it wasn't like how I really wanted to. It was more so people that probably knew me already or see me in the gym, maybe see me working out and just kind of like liked my routine or seen what I was doing and they wanted to do that. So, I got with you guys. You guys grew my like the whole marketing aspect of it. You guys definitely, did like the best job I wouldn't have ever thought of. So
Appreciate that. Now, how have things changed financially since taking that first step and investing with us?
so things have I've seen my income triple almost.
Yeah,
Like
it's yeah.
yeah, so I've just seen it triple. So I went from 500, and I think the most I've made in a month now is 6,000.
It's awesome.
So yeah, so income, I end up getting my own spot, end up just hitting a lot of goals that I had planned before working with Growthology, and working with you guys definitely helped me get there.
Awesome. That's what we like to hear. Now, what made you decide to invest with us exactly?
I think when we spoke to Renzo, when I had spoke to Renzo on the call, it was more so just, when people would just ask you your goals and you give them they give you like a blueprint of how to get there. And I think that's like the most value that I kind of got from it. And yeah, so it was just more so the call and then him just asking questions and just saying how we were going to get there, how we're going to do this, how we're going to do that, and actually having a specific game plan. Like that's what I like was looking for, was a good blueprint to follow and a game plan to follow to get to where I need to go, and it worked out.
Definitely. Now, how would you rate your experience from that first day until now, 1 through 10, working with us in the team?
Man, I would give it a 10. I would definitely give it a 10. If I don't know where I would be if I didn't really invest into Growthology. I might be at like 5,000 followers now, but I definitely wouldn't be getting the sources that I'm getting and like some of the clients that I'm getting from having 5,000 followers at all.
Love that, man. I love that. So now that we know kind of like the basic gist, let's go a little bit more into details. So you said you went from 500 a month all the way to 6,000 at your highest. So how long did that take you to get from 500 a month to 6,000 a month working with us?
Um, I think I started working with you guys in
I'll say
February.
like late February. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's say, yeah, like we'll say March.
Yeah.
So March and what is it, June? Was that 3 months?
Like 3, 4 months, yeah.
Yeah, so literally 4 months. Just 4 months of just grinding and, just staying the course. Like it didn't happen overnight, of course, but just following, just staying disciplined. It was really the biggest thing about it all. It was just staying disciplined and staying focused. So yeah, that's what it took me, about 4 months. So
And I'm honestly still proud of all your work, man. 500 to 6,000 a month, 3 to 4 months is still pretty damn good work, my man. So let's go into detail about like the problem. So you told me that marketing was like your biggest issue, and you had about 2,000 followers. So talk to us a little bit about how was it like getting clients back then when you only had 2,000 followers and you didn't really know the marketing strategies. What did your business look like back then?
basically trying to get like business cards and pass those out and like stuff like that, just kind of like,
The old-fashioned way.
yeah, just like the old fashioned marketing way, and just kind of just, word of mouth and business cards and stuff like that. And, just people seeing me in person, working out and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of got my clients at first. And then working at a gym kind of helped me get some clients too. But, once I got work with you guys, and then like my credibility just went from like here to there. So like that definitely helped. And then the language on my Instagram and the professional look of it has like, that was like one of the first things people like tell me. They're like, it looks so professional. Like you look like you really know what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm like, I would not have done this without Growthology at all.
For sure, and I'm glad you implemented all the specific advice they gave for your Instagram. I remember like back then it was okay, like it wasn't bad at all, but we took things to a whole new level with your content, with your following, and as you can see, you're getting the results. So let's talk about the followers now and like the engagement. So how has business changed since you got that credibility with the followers, likes, comments? You really got that social proof up. What type of impact did that have for your business?
Oh, it had a high impact. So now I'm getting like, just creating content gets me clients. Like it's just crazy because they just look at, or when I go out and meet new people and I tell them to follow me on Instagram, I'm like, oh, you have 19K followers, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I do.
Sounds right.
Yeah, like, I don't know what to say, but I'm like, yeah, I do. And then it's just like, after they see like that, and then they see the language, and then they just see the professional of it, it's just like okay, I want to work with him. So like once I got that social proof there, it was like, oh, I want to work with him. I want to work with him. I want to work with him. So that's definitely how that had a huge impact on my business.
Love to hear that, man. And let's talk about content now. So, what specific things did you change with your content that really took things to the next level for you?
Um, I want to say I made it more. I wasn't big on creating content at first, but I've definitely made it more cleaner, more professional. I moved into a apartment complex where the gym is fire, so like I just create like good content in there and stuff like that. So really, content just came from just it's really just all about aesthetics, if you ask me. Like if you have good aesthetics and the social proof and your following and stuff is there, people take that, like they look like, oh, you look like you train at a some $1 million gym. I'm like, nah, I'm at home. But it is what it is. So nah, the content definitely has, I just changed the whole look of it. Definitely like provide more. I think one of the things you guys have taught me was to provide more value. And I've tried to provide more value in every one of my videos. And I've seen that definitely. Then instead of just posting me just working out, maybe I throw like, some what I'm doing on there, or how to do it, or some of the things like little tips and tricks. When you provide more value, that's definitely when you'll see your content take off.
100%, 100%. And obviously, it's working out clearly for you. And finally, let's talk about marketing. So, I know you said like you were struggling marketing, you learned our strategies, now you're making 6,000 a month. So, what kind of thing or what specific things really helped you take your business to the next level with their strategies?
Um, Content for one, the social proof two. Um, I really just would say those two things. I think well, that's just me being me personally. Content and social proof is definitely is one of the two things that have took my business way up. And then the marketing, the language for sure, the language of my page, the professional look of my page, all three of those things, those are like the biggest things that have helped me.
Absolutely. And those are the exact three things I said on the call, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So now that you're making 6,000 a month, how has life really changed for you? Like, what type of impact is making 6,000 a month doing for your life?
Man, I moved into my own apartment for one. I was staying with my sister at the beginning. Definitely didn't have the income to move out or, live on my own. But now, like I moved out, I can take care of myself. I can do a lot more things. Like I can travel a little bit more. Like I told you, I wanted to. I can just take care of different things now that I couldn't have, and like it just, man, I just see my life just starting to level up step by step by step by step, just each and every month. So
Awesome. Yeah, financial freedom's definitely a goal. You're getting closer and closer every single month. So it's a beautiful thing to see. But next question is, what would you say to anybody who's on the edge of whether or not to invest and work with us in the team?
I would say the best investment you can make is into yourselves. So like even though it's to you guys in a way, but it's still coming back into yourself. Like you're putting it into your business. And like I always I like the term scared money doesn't make no money.
Yeah, we
So
said scared money don't make money.
yeah, scared money doesn't make money. So like I remember when I invested, that was literally like that was like 70% of what I had. So, but I was like, no risk, no reward. So you take that risk, it might not come back to you as fast as you wanted to. Like, of course, I wanted to make 10K my first month, or like I wanted to make 3K my first month, but it's not gonna happen like that. You just have to stay patient, and like you're gonna make that investment back, and you're gonna probably make it back times five at one, and like eventually. So like, definitely make that leap. Don't be scared. Have faith in yourself. Just put in the work. Stay disciplined. Grind it out, and man, I promise you everything will be all right.
Yeah, absolutely. You literally 5x your investment in 1 month, technically. So I'd love to hear that. And I know you said like it was kind of scary, right? Investing that type of money at 7% of your bank account. What specific things kind of make you feel like a little scared? Like, what kind of things made you almost not join?
Really, I don't think anyone wants to really give up that type of money when they don't really have it or they don't like have the income coming. Like I was working minimum wage, working at LA Fitness. So like I was like, oh man, if I give this up, it's gonna take me another month to get it back. Like, so I mean, what was the question? Yeah, I'm sorry.
You pretty much answered. I just asked like what specific things would kind of push you away from investing, but obviously you just answered that.
Oh yeah, for
Good.
sure.
And now, so obviously you made 6,000 a month, you 5x your investment. What would you say is like your most favorite part of the program? If you had to choose one thing about working with Growthology, was community, the program, live calls, etc. What would be your favorite part of the program?
Um, I would definitely say seeing other people in the program also have success. So that gives you a sense of feeling like, like it does work. It's just like, everybody's time is different though. Your time, some people, I remember some people you were telling me were making like, quick, like that. And I was like, dang, like I want to be like that, but it just wasn't my time yet. And like my time ended up coming and it's here. And now it's just like, it just shows like it does work, and you put in the work, you put in the effort, and then the program, like I literally studied the whole thing, I want to say in like a week. It didn't take me long. Like I was really grinding for it and putting in the work and like reading and stuff like that. So it's just all about discipline and just putting in the work. So
Absolutely, and everybody goes at their own pace. So obviously, we have clients who, like you saw Sean Adams yesterday, make 10,000 in one day. But obviously, everybody has their own pace, right? You can't compare your chapter 3 to someone's chapter 20, right? We're all on our own journey, and you're still doing amazing ass work, man. And then finally, like, who would you recommend this to? Like, what type of people would you recommend Growthology to?
I recommend Growthology to anybody that's not scared to take a chance on themselves and wants to grow. So if you are, if you feel stuck, and like everybody, I know the entrepreneur way is everybody is I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But sometimes like people know more than you, and there's nothing wrong with that. So like just if you feel like someone else knows more than you and you can't get it, or you just feel like something's stopping you, like don't be scared to take that chance and get help and like um be vulnerable in the process and make that investment, and just put in the work and just stay patient. That's what I would tell anybody.
Absolutely. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And then finally, Vincent, what is your Instagram handle for anybody who has like any last questions or just on the fence? What's your Instagram handle for anybody to reach out to you?
You can find me on Instagram at official Vincent Biffle.
Right, absolutely. So you guys heard him at official Vincent Biffle. If you have any questions around the fence, feel free to reach out to Vincent and he can answer any of you guys' questions. If you guys are ready to join and level up to see results exactly like Vincent has, go ahead and DM Ibrahim at the Ibrahim Ansari or me at Runs_Guevara. We'll get you all the details about the program. But until then, catch you in the next interview. Peace.